Pearls versus turds time, Ben.
Yeah, let's jump in. So this one says, "Hi, Ben and Nathan. I love the podcast. I have one pearls versus turds and a question for you guys. Pearls versus turds first. I came up with a strategy for sequencing logic games, and I'm wondering if what you think of it. When a question asks you to put 6 or more things in a sequence, I draw a vertical line in between slots about in the middle to help me more easily see which slot is which. I do this instead of writing the slot number underneath each slot. For example, if I have to order 7 things, I will put a small vertical line between the 4th and 5th slot. It makes it easier to distinguish between the slots since I can use the line as a reference point. For groups of 6, I would put the vertical line between the 3rd and 4th slots. Thoughts? Oh, I do that all the time. So I endorse that. It's like you're breaking up the game. But I usually do it not on, like, it feels to me like you're just taking a set of 6 slots and you're dividing it in half.
But
I would do it based on a rule.
Okay, exactly. Because like I've seen you do it, Ben, when it's okay, there's 6 spots and W has to go in the first 3. Then you can draw a line between the 3 and 3 and put W on, or floating in the air is how you do it, on the left side of the thing. This tip, that's not what that says. That just says, I draw a vertical line in between slots about in the middle to help me more easily see which slot is which. But well, what if there's 5 slots? What if there's 7 slots? I'm very confused. I mean, so she says, for example, if I have to order 7 things, I will put a small vertical line between the 4th and 5th slot.
Yeah, that's I guess, okay, so she's got 4 on the beginning and 3 at the end.
I know. That's why I'm like...
Yeah. So, okay, I got a little excited here, but I do this, but it's based on rules. So I guess I would use it for rules.
Yeah, I think if you're doing it based on one of the rules of the game, sure. But if you're doing it just based on the slots, I can see it making sense to divide 6 in half or divide 8 in half. But I can't imagine this being useful to divide 5 or 7 or 9. It doesn't, that's just not, my brain is rejecting this idea. My brain put this directly into the turd pile. You had it as a pearl, but you were thinking about a rule that gives you a reason to do this.
Yeah.
I can't imagine telling people to do this independent of a rule. We could amend Sarah's tip to say, based on a rule, divide the game into 2.
Yeah. I think it does. When I do that, it makes it much easier for me to quickly see, oh, things do fit there or don't fit there. But that's because I know, like W is assigned there, or a block TR cannot go before that thing. And so I know it's stuck in the back. I think it's useful if it's merged with something else.
The point is you're incorporating one of the rules. You're incorporating a rule into a visual solution to the game so that you don't have to think about that rule anymore. You just can see, oh yeah, W has to go in these spots or W has to go in those spots. And so you're incorporating the information, arbitrarily slicing it based on some, she literally said, in between slots, about in the middle, to help me more easily see which slot is which. And she seems to present this as an alternative to writing down the numbers. Now, I don't normally write down the numbers because I feel like if there's 6 spots, I can pretty easily glance at it and tell where the 5th or 3rd or whatever spot is.
For sure.
But to push back on that, I mean, how long would it really take you to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? If you're worried about it at all, you could write that at the top of the page once and just be done with it. So it's not like it's even going to save. It's not saving time, right? Like saving 5 seconds is not what we're trying to do.
Well, and I would argue too that I don't usually write numbers, but if I ever do, I write The first one and the last one, and it's enough to see in from the
Right.
side. Oh, that's 5 or that's 4 or whatever, and
Right.
that's like 2 seconds too. I would much rather see you clutter up your diagram with rules and just use the number at the beginning and at the end if you have to use numbers.
Well, it takes 2 votes to get a pearl, and I'm not voting for pearl. So I'll let you decide if you want to go tie or turd. It's up to you.
I'm gonna go with tie because I like that this is close to something that I do.
Also, Ben's
It's
on
not quite there.
vacation. He's feeling nice because he's
I'm
in
feeling
vacation
nice.
mode at the lake. So we're now up to 8 pearls in the history of the show, 35 turds, and 18 ties. Most of the ties are
Which
leaning
we all
toward
know are, yeah, they both
turd
start
pile.
with T. Yeah.
Yeah.